Badfinger's story is one of soaring promise, meteoric success, and heartbreaking tragedy. They emerged from humble beginnings in Swansea, Wales, evolved into one of the first non-Beatles acts signed to Apple Records, and delivered a string of memorable hits before mismanagement and misfortune led to their tragic downfall. The rise, from the Ivies to Apple stardom. Early beginnings. Originally formed in 1961 as the Ivies, the group built a local following in Wales. Their raw talent caught the attention of the music world, and after several lineup changes, including the addition of future key member Joey Moland, they were ready for a big break. Signing with Apple. Impressed by their live performances, Mal Evans, a Beatles aide, brought the band to the attention of the Beatles. In 1968, they signed with Apple Records, the Beatles' own label, and soon rebranded as Badfinger, a name derived from Badfinger Boogie, an early working title for With a Little Help from My Friends. The peak, hits and high hopes. Chart success. Under the mentorship of the Beatles, Badfinger scored international hits with songs like Come and Get It, written and produced by Paul McCartney, No Matter What, Day After Day, produced by George Harrison, and Baby Blue, later revived by its feature in the TV series Breaking Bad. Their ballad, Without You, became a timeless classic, covered by many artists to enormous success. Collaborations and legacy. The band also contributed to projects by Beatles members, playing on George Harrison's All Things Must Pass and John Lennon's Imagine, which cemented their reputation as heirs to the Beatles' musical legacy. The fall, mismanagement, and misfortune. Managerial troubles. At the height of their success, Badfinger entrusted their business affairs to manager Stan Polly. His promise of financial stability turned out to be a devastating miscalculation. Polly's dubious practices, such as funneling the band's advances into opaque escrow accounts and pocketing a large commission, left the group increasingly penniless despite record sales. Financial ruin and legal battles. When their contractual disputes with Apple and later Warner Brothers intensified, the band's earnings were tied up in legal battles. With funds vanishing and royalty payments suspended, the band's financial situation became dire. This mismanagement, combined with internal tensions, led to profound personal despair among its members. Tragic losses. The mounting pressure proved too much for two key members. In April 1975, frontman Pete Ham, whose songwriting and soulful performances had defined the band's sound, committed suicide, leaving a note that pointed a damning finger at Polly. Then, in November 1983, bassist Tom Evans also took his own life. These tragedies not only shattered the band, but also underscored the darker side of the music industry's exploitation. Enduring legacy. Despite the overwhelming misfortune, Badfinger's music lives on. Joey Moland, the last surviving member of the classic lineup, continued to tour under the Badfinger name for decades, ensuring that their rich catalog of catchy, emotionally resonant songs remained in the public ear. Their influence is evident in how Without You and Baby Blue have been embraced by new generations, reintroduced by cover versions and media placements, and celebrated as classic examples of power pop. Badfinger's rise was marked by groundbreaking connections with the Beatles and a series of hit singles that captured the spirit of their time. However, exploitative management, financial mismanagement, and relentless legal battles drove the band into a downward spiral, one that ultimately claimed the lives of its most talented members. Their legacy remains a powerful reminder of both the heights of musical creativity and the perils lurking in the business side of rock and roll.